Hi Lance, hi everyone. I'm Signe Kiesel in Chatsworth, California, and we're at the Classic Chevys of Southern California show. Today we're going to go talk to some people, learn about some cars, and have some fun. Come on with us. I am standing here with Dianna Coonrod. Dianna, this is your beautiful 1957 Chevrolet. How did you get this beautiful truck?
Literally, I woke up one morning and decided I wanted one, and within 2 days I went out and bought one.
Wow, are they that easy to find?
No, actually, they're pretty hard, but to find one that's in okay shape is kind of difficult, but I got very lucky and found one that I liked pretty much right off.
Now, what made you pick a truck and not one of these other cars here?
I wanted to have something that not a lot of people had. I mean, most everybody has a 57 Chevy or 56, but not a lot of trucks. So that's what appealed to me, was that it was a truck. And then you don't see a girl driving a truck. That's very intriguing to a lot of guys. So
I know. I really think it's beautiful. Did it take a lot of restoration? Was it a hard thing to put together?
Yeah, I've had it 4 years, and it's still in progress, like most cars are in car show. They're never done, actually, but it didn't look this way when I started. When I bought it, it was actually somewhat white, but mostly multicolored primer, so it definitely has done a 360 since when I bought it.
Now, you're also the president of this car show. How did that come about?
I had been coming to the show for a few years before I had ever joined the club, and I had met one of the members at the show, and once I bought the truck, the club is primarily based on 55, 6, and 7 Chevys, and so when I bought the truck, I joined the club, and a month after I joined, they asked me if I wanted to be chairman of the car show, which I agreed to be co-chair with my sister, and this is my 3rd year as co-chair and my 2nd year as president of the club.
Oh, well, congratulations. I don't know if I could work with my sister, but that's great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hi, I'm standing with George Gray. Not only is he the host of Weakest Link,
Hi, everybody.
but he's also the owner of this 1962 Amphicar. How you doing, George?
And this is cooler. Well, I don't know. It's almost even with Weakest Link, but this is very cool. I'm doing well, Signe. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Lance couldn't make it. Thanks, Lance. Thanks a lot. I get this instead. This is much better.
Now, how long have you had this car?
I've had this for about a year.
And what made you buy an Amphicar?
Because I park across from Jay Leno when I do Weakest Link. He's on stage 2 Tonight Show. I know. Oh, look, I just dropped a name. Let me get that. and I park right across from him, and he doesn't have an Amphicar.
He has everything, too.
He does. He has like a steam-powered. He has a helicopter bike that if he backs up, it'll melt your bumper. But he does not have a car that is a boat. You should probably mention that this is a boat, too.
This is a boat. This is so cool. So how often do you take this in the water?
Any chance I can get. It's very cool if you've never seen one of these. 1962 Amphicar, and it's a car that sort of drives on the road, not very fast, you can't be in a hurry, but it goes in the water. So you lock the doors and you turn on the propellers and you take it in the lake.
Now, did you have to do a lot of work to it when you got it?
I did nothing. Actually, you know what? It was restored by a gentleman in Lake of the Ozarks and did a great job. Shipped it out to me. I had to do a little work. I'm a gearhead. I love wrenching stuff. I like cars and boats and motorcycles, anything with an engine. If a toothbrush had an engine, I'd have cleaner teeth.
Now, can you take this in the ocean, or is it strictly lake water only?
I mean, you could take it in the ocean, but it's got salt, and that's a bad idea because there's only a few of these. There's only a couple in this color, and there's only about 300 in the world, so, why do that?
Is this a stock color?
Believe it or not, yes, with the tangerine interior. It's nice.
Okay, now let me ask you one question. Have you ever tried fishing out of this thing?
No, I haven't. No, fishing for ladies.
Yeah, I feel you could fish and then just kind of cook your fish and eat it right there in the back seat. It would be fun.
Actually, what I really want to do, I haven't done it yet, is I want to put somebody on like a boogie board or a wakeboard in the back.
How fast does it go in the water?
A little faster than this. Not much, just a little faster than this. Just kind of pretend that it's moving right now, and it's just about that. It's supposedly top speed in the water 7 miles an hour. Not exactly breathtaking. I always joke around, and my girlfriend would say, "Hold on, we're going, woo!" And it goes, and there's a little wake behind you. Not much, a little bit.
Well, thank you very much, George. I love it. I think it's a great car / boat.
Thank you, Signe. Thank you very much. Lance, I think your job is in jeopardy. She's a genius. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Hi, I'm with Debbie and Carey Moorehead, and this is their beautiful Chevy 1957 Bel Air hardtop. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good. I understand you acquired this about 5 years ago. Tell me how that happened.
Well, we were going to be on vacation, and we looked at Hemmings, and we went ahead and looked at cars all the way down to San Diego, and we found this in San Diego at a classic car auction house.
Very nice. And I understand that you've always liked these cars from way back in high school?
My dad had one when I was a kid, and then I had a 57 four-door hardtop in high school.
And I also know that you got it kind of in a sneaky way. Tell me about how that happened.
Well, it was on an auction, and I fell in love with the car when I first saw it. And Debbie, unbeknownst to me, made a bid on the car, and the rest became history. We bought the car ultimately out of auction.
Oh, that's really sweet. Now, what kind of work have you done to it?
We've done quite a bit of mechanical work. We've lowered the car, changed the wheels, changed the brakes, radiator, a lot of new transmission, a lot of things like that.
I think it looks great. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Hi, I'm standing here with Jay Marsh, and this is his 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air Sport Coupe. How you doing, Jay?
Great, thank you.
I understand that this has just recently won a very exciting award. What was that?
Well, I was lucky enough to take it to San Diego in September for the Classic Chevy Club International Western Regional, and I scored first place, but to my surprise and amazement, I scored 999 out of 1,000 points.
Oh my gosh. Now, how does that work with that kind of scoring? What does it take to get that kind of score?
What it takes, I'm not sure, but the Classic Chevy International, they sort of set the standard for the 5, 6, and 7 Chevys. They have what's called a 1,000-point judging sheet where they go over the car element by element, underside, engine, interior, body, paint, and they judge the cars against the sheet. And so the goal is to score as many points as you can out of 1,000 to see how your car stacks up with other cars around the nation and internationally.
God, congratulations. That's really amazing. And what's more amazing is you actually did this in your own garage, right?
Yeah, as sort of as a dedication to all the guys that I grew up around who worked on their own cars, I decided when I started it to do as much the work as I could myself. So I had to teach myself how to paint and how to do any welding and metal work, body work, and also all the assembly.
Well, thank you very much. Stay tuned because we're coming back with more from Chatsworth, California. I'm standing with Sherwin Silver, and this is your beautiful 1956 Chevrolet Nomad. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me about it. How did you acquire it?
Actually, this car was like a replacement for a 57 Nomad I had that was stolen in 1980. And, well, as it turned out, this is a much nicer car because it was always a California car and was in Bakersfield until I bought it.
And I understand the trailer behind there was really hard to find. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I saw some street rods with trailers like that, and I decided I wanted one, and I kept looking, and it took me 4 years to find one advertised in a hot rod magazine. I called up, went down to San Diego, and I got this. Then I had that one redone and painted. And
I think it looks good. And how much can you fit in that trailer? I've always wondered.
a whole bunch of junk. When we travel, we go to car conventions and so on, we put all the luggage in there, and usually a tool kit and cleaning kit and just about everything that we would need to go to a car event.
Well, cool. Maybe I'll see you at future car events. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Well, that's all from Chatsworth, California. I hope you guys had fun. I'm Signe Kiesel, and I'll see you next time.